Hi, making the first of a few shared videos. I'm trying to keep these under 3 minutes, keep them as offensive as possible, see how many thumbs down I can earn. And the first one is about Scottish independence. Now, the Scots are going to vote in about 3 months as to whether Scotland will leave the United Kingdom after hundreds of years of union and become an independent country. There are very strong views and conflicting arguments on both sides, and I will say a bit more about those in some further videos, but I particularly want to talk about K Rowling and her comments and the responses to them. K Rowling, Joanne Rowling, as you probably know, is an English writer. She has lived in Scotland for the last 21 years. She lives in Edinburgh and she loves the place. And she is the author of the very successful Harry Potter series of books. Now, I happen to have read all of them. Some were better than others, but she's certainly a phenomenon in publishing. And she is well known for paying her income tax. The woman is a socialist, she's a Labour voter. She's actually a friend of Gordon Brown, which is very charitable of her. And she has written on her website, you can easily find this on her own website, that she hopes people will vote to stay with the United Kingdom. She has given £1 million to the Better Off In, to the No Thanks campaign, because she feels that the case has not been adequately made. There's lots of people talking about the very romantic view, flags flying and songs singing, and it'd be so romantic, and Scotland the brave and everything. But the real practical difficulties, the risks, the problems, the hazards, and the very costly things that could go badly wrong have not been adequately publicised. So she's given some money for that side of things to be publicised. She's said, look, if Scotland goes independent, then Scotland no doubt will be able to succeed. It's a very great country. It punches above its weight in arts, literature, science, music, in all kinds of ways. But it's, to be handicapping ourselves, it will cause a lot of problems. I'll say more about those problems in future videos. But she has been on the receiving end of extremely vile abuse. I'm not going to go into details. You can very easily look up on Twitter, BuzzFeed. I looked at some extremely offensive things have been said, and I think very unfairly as well. I mean, the woman has, after all, paid hundreds of millions of pounds in taxes, which have gone to support people who are less well off than her, and she says she's happy to do that. So it seems very unpleasant that people have been so horrible to her. But I think that the nastiness, the sheer unpleasantness of the reaction to Joanne Rowling's, I think, very moderate, wise words, which you can read for yourself, is an indication that if Scotland does vote for independence, there will be a real viper's nest of sheer poisonousness stirred up between Scots and English people, which I think will be an enormous shame. And in fact, I think there is already a bit of nastiness has crept into relationships between Scots and English already. Some very nasty things have been said, which would not have been said if Alec the Weasel Salmond hadn't pursued this agenda, which I do not believe is in the interest of Scots. Anyway, I'll try and keep it short, but I would recommend anybody who is interested, anybody who is fair-minded and who'd like to hear an articulate and thoughtful argument for Scotland to remain within the Union, written by somebody who loves Scotland and lives there, then do go to K Rowling's website and read what she's had to write. Anyway, let me know what you think. Kind regards.